This is Rocking with J-Man. Is with Don't Believe in Ghosts. How you doing, man?
Doing good, dude.
Congratulations on the new single. Won't say a word.
Oh, thank you very much.
So
We're
tell me
excited to have it out there. Yeah.
yeah, it must be. Was it as scary at all though? Doing it?
What do you mean? Making the song scary
Well,
kind of thing?
no, doing it because you know what's going out here right now, and
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely it's been a challenge of a year for sure. Originally we were going to be on the road and doing more stuff. But it turned out to be a different kind of year. So, we're just still, writing and recording as much as possible and putting stuff out. And we haven't done a video for this song yet. We did for the other singles and stuff. So, maybe we'll be able to do that in the next week. So, yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is now, you know?
could you may tell me about the song?
Yeah. Well, this song is, what's interesting is it's actually a breakup song. So, when the relationship's over and you kind of know it's over, and sometimes in relationships, it's like this thing where you guys are kind of, breaking up multiple times, before you get to the full end of it. I don't know if you've been there yet, but you'll see one day,
Well, I,
and
well, I
what,
had my first girlfriend in second grade, and
oh, that,
I'm serious. I'm actually serious about that. And
what,
I actually had two girlfriends in second grade. One was well, it was like, well, we did kiss, but then like, and I was like, yeah, I was, we were like seven, so we didn't keep the relationship wrong. We weren't gonna get a wedding ring. Nah. So we were like,
too
hi,
soon.
hi, we trying to hold hands a little bit, and then we just broke up. But now, hopefully, but like one time in eight, or when I was 8 or 9, I met these two girls,
Ah,
these twins, and we just became friends, and we just kept moving. And then after one of the scary rides, I kissed both of them, and it
oh,
worked.
there you go. See, they'll be writing songs like this about you. There you go. That's awesome. That's great.
I seen you had a content for where you gave an Oculus Rift 2 or Oculus Quest 2.
Yeah.
How you are they your sponsor?
No, well, we teamed up with them and got one to give away as part of this because the band's actually like super enthusiastic. We're like tech guys, we love all of the stuff, like future tech stuff, just totally into it. So the whole band got I brought an Oculus Quest with us when we went to the studio in August, and they all tried it, and then they were like, "Oh, we're all getting this." So then everybody got it. So we like go on and kill zombies together, and
Oh,
it's pretty crazy. It was a lot of fun. So it just seemed like a proper contest for what we're doing,
what was your favorite game though?
Honestly, I got to tell you, as a Star Wars fan my whole life, seeing Darth Vader in front of you, like literally right there, you can't, I mean, it's the coolest thing. And this other game I played was another Star Wars game, a new one. I saw C3PO for the first time, and it was as if it was like meeting an old friend, I had to give him a hug. It was really cool.
See, this is virtual reality. See, it's kind of like, imagine the world teamed up with everything friction, and then you
Uh-huh.
have the ability to do this: fist fight somebody, stroke them right up in the air, punch them, throw them out of the window, and then like also one more thing, you can be like, I think I'm bored of just fist fighting. Shang the lightsaber, just go stab somebody, then meet Darth Vader and say, "Oh, hi, Ben." And then, and then, and also one more thing, you're like, you know what? I'm tired of this future tech stuff. I'm just gonna go in the car, and then you can do cover fire, like,
Pretty much. And then you could take the headset off and have a cookie.
and I also
Yeah.
kind of like it's kind of like when you take it off, it's kind of like you're going into another world, but it's kind of like you're exiting out of like a favorite world of yours, and then like it's kind of felt like you were stuck in there or something like that. So
Yeah. It's
any
awesome.
any chance of a virtual concert through Oculus?
Yeah, definitely. That's something that we're trying to make happen at some point early in the year. So we would love to do that. We're probably going to do. We did one like streaming live concert in at the end of August, and we're probably going to do something. Our full record's going to come out in like January, so we're looking at maybe doing something around then.
If they are your sponsor, could you tell them to hook a boy up, please?
Let's hook this kid up. Did you? By the way, did you pre-save?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
did. Okay, so you were in there, so you could have won. We'll have to do it again.
Oh, I just
That would be awesome.
yes, it
Some
will.
kid, like some 15-year-old kid from Seattle won, which is great. You want to make sure that like it's somebody who's actually going to use it and appreciate it, you know?
Boy down. You gotta pass the homeboy down, dude.
Yeah.
Pat him down. How has COVID affected the band?
Well, I lost my brother to COVID in April. Yeah. So
Uh,
that kind of derailed things for a few minutes. And that was tough. And it kind of like also changed sort of like the order in which we were releasing things, obviously. We were originally going to be out on the road, so that didn't happen. So, you know, and we're in New York. So New York, of course, got hit pretty hard, and we were all in, lockdown for a long time and stuff. So it's been kind of surreal.
what is it like being a musician and not knowing when you can tour again during these times?
Um, it's hard, right? Because it's like it's. I mean, like part of it is you you know just it's what we do, right? So we need to be out there, and part of it is also like we want people to be safe. So we don't it's like it's kind of like a balance between you know us wanting to get out there and needing to get out there, and also wanting people to be safe and take care of themselves, and realizing what's important in these times. So yeah, once it's safe, we'll be back out there, and we can't wait. That's it.
Uh, you pulled a video last month for still holding on. What was it
Yeah.
like doing a video during these COVID times?
It was weird. So we have like, a team that we work with, like, so I actually direct the videos, and I have, some people that I always have, that help out with stuff. So we just used a smaller team this time, and everybody had to social distance. We did things like, if you saw the video, like we wore masks kind of like when we're in similar scenes, you know what I mean? So we figured out a way to like be creative about it. If we're in the same scenes, we did a lot of different masks and things like that. Except for the performance part at the end.
Are you getting the vaccine right away?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it's available, and if I can get it, I will get it.
Is it has to be difficult putting a new music and not able to sort of back it up, like promote it or be like, yeah, this is a really good song, so it's like promoting it. So it's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but you know what? I mean, I think the greatest art comes from some level of conflict or, challenges, right? So it's about we will find out who the real creative artists are. The creative ones will be the ones who figure out new ways to share their music and get their music out there, despite what's going on in the world.
I would just make some massive crazy tour with a bunch of famous bands and be like, oh man, COVID strikes again. Tour is canceled, bruh. It's probably gonna be like this in the future. Hopefully not, but it's gonna be like, oh, you got a tour, man. You're so silly. You silly girl. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin your dreams. Get back down there. No, no, you're not having it. You know
Let's
that,
hope
right?
not. Let's
You know
hope
you're
not.
not having it. You know you're not having that tour, bruh. You know, it's not gonna happen.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but
No, no. I like it. I like your enthusiasm.
Has there ever have protesters at your show like screaming ghosts are not real? How dare you stay? They're not real. They're haunting my house. I can't sleep, man.
Do you
And
do you
they wanted me to yell at you because you think
because
they're
they
not real.
well, listen, there's a difference between wanting to believe something and, having a reason or evidence to believe something, right? Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I actually do. Do you?
That's all that matters. Do you know the band name actually is about not giving energy to the ghosts of your past? So it's sort of like the people who tell you in your past that you can't do something. Maybe you had a teacher or something last year who's like, "You'll never amount to anything." Well, it's about not thinking about those people, the band name, and not giving them energy and creating your own future.
So are you afraid of ghosts?
I'm not afraid of ghosts.
Have you ever encountered one?
I mean, I've certainly had moments in my life where I go, that was strange, but just because somebody told me that this could be a ghost, right? How do I know that it's a ghost? How can, you have to keep an open mind. For me, it's like it could be something else that they don't know and they don't understand. So, you know, I'm open to any interpretation.
Do you have do you have have people like in your life like that in your life?
People what?
People like that you were saying like
Like,
they're your
oh, people that have, yeah, well, I mean, I played in bands before with people, and it's like when you leave a band and you start something new, and that was like a big part of this was like starting something new. I was in a band and I toured the country for years with that band, and there's a portion of like, people in that, of course, that are going to be like, well, what are they going to do? And you're sitting there thinking, these former band members, like you have a choice to give energy to that and to look into like know that they're going to look and like care what people say and what you're going to do. So that was really where the name came from, was about not giving energy to those people.
it must to be full it must feel good to be successful to show them up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the thing is I think success is like a different kind of thing, like when I was little, success was to Madison Square Garden, like you think like, oh, play Madison Square Garden or something like that, but now it's like, to me, it's like the ability to create what you want and put it out when you want, and I think that like modern technology has given us that kind of ability, so yeah.
What's next for you?
Um, well, like I said, we have a record coming out in January. So we've been putting out all these singles for like the last year and a half, and we're going to put all those together with a bunch of new songs, and that's going to come out. And then we've already started writing the next record. So we are excited to just get more stuff out there and make some more videos.
What's your favorite memory from a show and your worst?
My favorite memory from a show is last year. We headlined Bowery Ballroom in New York City, which is like a legendary venue in New York. And I'm like, well, they want us to headline this thing, and we do it, and I'm just like, I don't know if anybody's going to show up. And then we find out that it was sold out while we were backstage, and I'm like, okay, well, in my mind, I'm just like, well, they can't be here for us. So I'm sure by the time we go on, everybody's going to leave. Right. And then we played and more people came in. So that was like that was super cool moment, worst moment. I don't know. I mean, touring in a band and traveling around the country, you play for some pretty like questionable times, I played a deaf kid day at Six Flags Great Adventure and wondered why nobody was paying attention to us. And then we found out that all the kids in the park that day were deaf. So
Huh, I wonder why
fun.
we're deaf.
Yeah, it was funny. But that wasn't really necessarily a bad thing. It was just, we got to go on rides.
Um, how did you hook up with Gilbert?
So I actually, we were finishing the video for Don't Wake Me Up. and I had a dream that he did the introduction on that. So I wrote down everything that I heard him saying, and then by the power of the internet, I hunted down, and by the end of the day, was able to get him to do it. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was awesome.
How do my followers follow you?
They can go just search "Don't Believe in Ghosts," don'tbelievinghosts.com, or yeah, and just find us on like Instagram, Facebook, or we're everywhere. So just search "Don't Believe in Ghosts," and you'll find us.
I need to ask you one quick question. Do
Okay.
you believe in ghosts or not?
I say the verdict is still out.
You don't believe in ghosts, man, and your name is like
I
ghost.
want to. I want to. I'm with you. I think that would be really cool, Especially like, it's like you when you lose somebody, you're like you want to know that like you could that they're still kind of there watching over you. That's a very comforting thing. I like it. I want to, but just because I want to believe something doesn't necessarily make it true.
The reason why I think is because I believe I encountered some of my relatives.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
Okay. What was it like the first time you heard yourself on the radio?
Oh, it's the coolest thing. And every time you hear it, it doesn't get old. It's just the coolest thing. I think radio is awesome. I love everything about it. So I think it's awesome.
How many TV shows has your music on it, like Bone on it? What was your favorite?
Um, maybe well, the Olympics. We had a song in the Olympics, which was really, really cool. Maybe Ink Master, because I love that show. Thought that was awesome. But a lot of shows. I don't know exactly how many, but like a lot, like a lot on like HGTV. Like it's like on stuff like True TV and stuff. It's like tons of things in there. It's funny.
Hey, you want me to get my emo hair on, my emo-ness on like this?
I
Or
think it looks good. I think it looks good. What you need to do is shave underneath it and shave the side, and that'll look dope.
you know it's not for me, my man.
It's rock and roll.
My soul, man. My soul's not free, man. I have everything I want, man. I'm emo, man.
Emo man.
Emo forever. Yeah. Is it easy putting out a song a month? Invested out of the full album? Of the full album?
Yeah, like so it used to be that you would put out like a single and then the whole record would come out and then you would still put singles out from the record because people didn't have it, right? So you'd have to do that. But it's so different now because people listen to things on playlists. So they listen to one song at a time. So now, I mean, if you put out a full record now, a month or two later, it's all old and nobody wants to hear it. So you got to kind of, it's like, it's just kind of reverse now. You put out singles and singles and singles. Like this, we put out like 6 or 7 songs from this record that were, before it's even out. So that's like amazing. That's like so much more, you know, content out there.
Thank
Fun.
you. Oh, as I ran. So thank you for being on my show. I hope the next time we talk is at the backstage at one of your shows. And also one more thing.
That'd be dope.
Oculus is ever, and I mean ever, even if you're 90 and they're your sponsor, pass a home boy down.
Awesome.
Peace, man.
Definitely will. Thanks so much for having me, bro. You
You're
rock.
See you in the near future. Peace.
Take care, buddy.
You take care too, man. Peace.
Later. Peace.